Hi everyone, I'm Doris from Susan's family. Today, I'm showing you how to make the Forest series, the Chipmunk toy. The pattern can be found on en.sussudiy.com. Please feel free to view it. This toy consists of 3 parts, the main body, the facial features, and the decorations. First, complete the main body. Then, make the remaining parts. The main body includes the hands, legs, body, tail, and head. First, let's learn how to make the hands. The method for making both hands is the same. Start by crocheting the arms. After completing them, use shaping wire to form the hands. The arms are all started with a chain ring. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise from the foundation chain. Now, let's take a look at the chart. In the chart, our plus number indicates the round number. The increases and decreases explanation column shows the stitch techniques used and any increases or decreases for that round. The total stitches column shows the total number of stitches after completing all the stitches for that round. The stitch techniques used for the arms include CH chain stitch, X single crochet, and VSC 2-in-1. Now, please watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Start with a foundation chain. To make it clear for everyone, I will use thick yarn for the demonstration. The colors are random. For specific yarn details, the color schemes and hook size, please refer to the detail pages and pattern chart of our product. In the table, the foundation chain indicates 8ch joined with a slip stitch in the first chain. This means you start with 8 chains, then work a slip stitch into the first chain stitch. To form a circle, start with a foundation chain. Hold the yarn with your left hand and hold the hook with your right hand. Start by making a slip knot. This slip knot does not count as a stitch. Slightly tighten it. Adjust the size of the loop. Now, begin crocheting chain stitches. 1, 2, 3. Continue until you have the required number of stitches. When you're done, next make 1 slip stitch into the first chain. Note, do not twist the chain stitches you just made. You can align all the chains so that the right sides are facing up. Position the beginning and ending like this. The starting tail of the yarn should be placed above the ending tail. Insert the hook under the back loop of the first stitch. Make 1 slip stitch. This is the braid formed by the slip stitch. The joining slip stitch does not count as a stitch. It needs to be tightened. Like this. The foundation chain is now complete. Next, we will work the first round. In the chart, R1 R3 indicate 8x evenly, which means work 8 single crochets evenly for rounds 1 to 3. The meanings of similar formats we come across later will be the same. First chain 1 as your beginning chain. It doesn't count as 1 stitch, so it not indicate in the chart. When we are working in rounds, when there are no special notes, each round should begin with the beginning chain, and the beginning chain for single crochet is not count as a stitch. Next, pick up the back loop and back ridge, which are these 2 strands. Work a single crochet, place the yarn tail above the hook. Weave in the ends as you go along. Then pick up the back loop and the back ridge of the next chain stitch. Work a single crochet, for this round, you will continue to pick up back loop and the back ridge of the chain stitches, and correspondingly make single crochets. Finish the remaining stitches. Don't forget to the last stitch. After completing, check the total number of stitches for this round. The number of braids you have is the number of stitches you crocheted. Then join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Make sure to tighten it. The slip stitch is not indicated in the form. When crocheting in rounds, if there is no special instruction, you should join into round with a slip stitch always, and tighten it. This won't be repeated in later instructions. The starting tail has been hidden for one round. You can cut it now. This way, the first round is completed. Move on to the second round. Chain 1 as the beginning chain. Then pick up the stitches from the previous round. Work 1 single crochet in each stitch. After completing, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Tighten it. This way, the second round is completed. Check the texture. There are horizontal lines behind each stitch. This side is the wrong side of the fabric. The other side is the right side. Since there is no increasing here, the fabric will curl up. Turn the fabric over. When crocheting, keep the right side facing you. Move on to the third round. The crocheting method is identical to the second round. Just finish it. Pay attention to work the beginning chain. And join in round with a slip stitch. Everyone, take a look. This is what it looks like after completing the first 3 rounds. Next, move on to the fourth round. Chain 1 as the beginning chain. Then work 2 single crochets. Followed by a SC2-in-1. That means working 2 single crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2, 1 SC2-in-1 completed. Then work 3 single crochets without increasing or decreasing. Follow with another SC2-in-1. Then work 1 single crochet into the last stitch. Join with a slip stitch into the first single crochet. Pull tight. Like this, the fourth round is completed. Now, I'll show you how to count the rounds. On the right side of the fabric, you can see these circular textures. Avoid the starting position. Count the number of these circular textures. That will tell you how many rounds you have completed. Count upwards from the starting chain. You can see there are 4 circular textures now. This means you have completed 4 rounds. For the remaining rounds, no new stitch techniques are used. Just refer to the chart and complete them. After the final round is completed, chain 1 to secure. Then leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail, and cut the yarn. Like this. One arm is completed. Use the same method to crochet the other arm. Next, make the hands. First, cut 4 shaping wires. Refer to the diagram for the specific lengths. Then wrap the yarn tails to form the fingers. First, take out the yarn tail. Then apply a little glue to the top of the shaping wire. Next, start wrapping. Wrap while applying glue. Wrap about 2 centimeters. Then cut the yarn tail. Secure the yarn tail position with glue. Next, wrap the remaining 3 shaping wires using the same method. Don't cut the yarn after wrapping the 4th one. Then take the 4 wrapped shaping wires, assemble them together. Place the one that hasn't been cut in the middle. Put the ones on the sides a bit lower, so they are slightly shorter than the middle finger. It should look roughly like this shape. Then use the yarn tail that hasn't been cut to continue wrapping downwards. Wrap all 4 together. Wrap while applying glue. Wrap about 2 centimeters. Cut off the yarn tail. Then insert the shaped wire into the arm. Apply a little glue at the opening. Use the same method to complete the other hand. This way, the hands are done. Next, we'll make the legs. Start by crocheting the legs, then make the feet. Both legs start with a chain ring. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise from the chain ring. After completing one leg, fasten off the yarn. Don't cut the yarn for the other leg. Then connect the two legs. Now, let me demonstrate. First, follow the same method used for the arms. Complete the chain ring and the first round. I have already prepared this part in advance. Move on to the second round. Chain 1 as the beginning chain. Then work SC2 in 1S into each stitch. When completed, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Pull tight. The second round is complete. Now, let's crochet the third round. In the chart, R3 is X, V, asterisk 8. The parentheses here indicate a pattern repeat. The number after asterisk indicates the number of times to repeat the pattern. Here, it means to repeat the pattern inside the parentheses 8 times. First, work the first repeat. Chain 1 as the beginning chain. Then work a single crochet into the left stitch. Next, work a SC2 in 1 into the adjacent stitch. This completes one pattern repeat inside the parentheses. I'll demonstrate it again. First, work a single crochet. Then work another SC2 in 1. This is the second repeat. Everyone, finish the remaining repeats. After completing them, join with the first stitch using a slip stitch. Pull tight. This way, the third round is completed. For the fourth and fifth rounds, refer to the chart to complete them. After completing the fifth round, chain 1 to secure. Leave about 5 centimeters and cut the yarn. Take a look. This is what one leg looks like when it's completed. Hook the other leg in the same way. Note that after completing the other leg, don't cut the yarn. Then work 3 chains. Next, take out the other leg. Insert into the first stitch of the last round. Make 1 slip stitch. Pull tight. This way, the two legs are connected. Next, let's make the feet. The method is almost the same as for the hands. Both use 4 shaping wires. Then make 4 toes. Here, wrap slightly more than for the hands. About 3 centimeters. Then combine the 4 toes and wrap them together. The middle 2 toes should be the same length. The ones on the sides should be slightly shorter. Then wrap them together for another 2-3 centimeters. Once completed, insert them into the leg. Then bend forward at a 90-degree angle. To make it convenient for the subsequent crocheting, you can also insert the feet when you crochet the last few rounds of the body. This way, the making method of the legs is now explained. Next, let's learn the crocheting method for the body. Take a look at the finished product. Continue crocheting upwards from the 2 legs. During the process, you need to add stuffing and connect the 2 arms. The new stitches used for the body include a SC2 tog, MSC3 tog. Now, please watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Start the first round. Chain 1 as the beginning chain. Note: don't twist the middle connecting chain stitch. The braid should face you. Repeat the stitch pattern in the parentheses 8 times. After completing, on the middle connecting chain stitch, pick up the outer strand of yarn. Work 3 single crochets. Continue repeating the stitch pattern in the parentheses 8 times. After completing, pick up the remaining 2 strands of the chain stitch. Work 1 single crochet into each strand. After completing, check the total number of stitches in this round. Then join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Pull tight. Everyone, take a look. This is what we have after completing the first round of the body. For the second round, work single crochets evenly. You can finish the second round on your own. like this. The second round is completed. Now let's move on to the third round. Here, repeat the stitch pattern in the parentheses 2 times. First, do the first repetition. Start by working 18 single crochets evenly. After completing, work 1 SC2 in 1. Then work 2 single crochets. Next, work 1 SC2 in 1. Then work 18 more single crochets evenly. After completing, at the position of the 3 single crochets in the middle, work at SC3 tog. Let's get to know the stitch. A stitch looks like these 2 strands of yarn. The strand closer to you is the front loop. The strand farther from you is the back loop. Insert the hook into the front loop of the adjacent stitch. Then insert the hook into the front loop of the left stitch. Finally, insert the hook into the front loop of the adjacent stitch again. Now there are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through the first 3 loops. There are 2 loops left. Yarn over again, and draw through once. 1 SC3 tog is completed. This completes one pattern. Repeat inside the parentheses. Finish the remaining one. I'll demonstrate the method for SC3 tog again. Hook through the front loops of the next 3 adjacent stitches. Then yarn over. Draw the yarn through the first 3 loops. Yarn over again, and draw through once. Another SC3 tog is completed. Then join with the first stitch using a slip stitch. Pull tight. That's it. The third round is completed. Next, work the fourth round. Start with a SC2 tog. Hook through the front loops of the next 2 adjacent stitches. Then yarn over. Draw the yarn through the first 2 loops. There are 2 loops left on the hook. Yarn over, and draw through once. A SC2 tog is completed. Then work even, completing the corresponding number of single crochets. After that, work 2 SC2 togs. Hook through the front loops of the next 2 adjacent stitches. Then yarn over one after another. Draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat this 2 times. Once. Twice. Another SC2 tog is completed. Continue to refer to the chart. Finish the remaining stitches in this round. After that, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Pull tight. Like this, the fourth round is completed. Continue to follow the chart for crocheting. Keep going until you complete the first 22 rounds of the body. Later, you will need to add stuffing while crocheting. And twist the shaping wires together. Don't twist the bottom too tight. Make sure the fabric doesn't twist. You can adjust as you crochet. Now let's work on the 23rd round. In this round, you need to connect the two arms. First, work 5 single crochets and 2 SC2 togs. Next, take one arm. Insert the hook into the first stitch of the last round of the arm. Repeat 1 single crochet and 1 SC2 tog 4 times. Then pick up the adjacent stitch on the body and continue crocheting. Next, take the other arm. Start from the first stitch of the last round of the arm. Repeat 1 single crochet and 1 SC2 tog 4 times. Continue to crochet the remaining stitches on the body. After completing, check the total number of stitches in this round. Then join with the first stitch using a slip stitch. Pull tight. That's it. Round 23 is completed. Both arms are connected. Take the shaping wires from the arms and twist them together with the shaping wire in the middle of the body. Then add a little stuffing inside the arms. Do the same on the other side. For the following rounds 24 and 25, refer to the stitch pattern in the chart to complete them. After completing the final round, leave a yarn tail of about 30 and cut the yarn. Finally, glue the foot to the opening of the leg. Make sure to adjust the shape of the foot. Note, adjust the shape of the foot properly. This way, the body section is now complete. Next, let's learn how to work the tail. The tail starts with a magic ring. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise from the ring. During the process, add some stuffing and a shaping wire. Once completed, attach it to the back of the body. The new stitch techniques used are T-half double crochet, HDC2 tog. Please watch me demonstrate. First, make a magic ring. After completing the magic ring, crochet the first round. Chain 1 as the beginning chain. Then, work 6 single crochets into the magic ring. Once completed, close the magic ring. Then, join a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Pull tight. The first round is complete. For the following rounds from the 2nd to the 11th, no new stitch techniques are used. Refer to the chart to finish them. Now, let's work the 12th round. First, complete the stitches before the half double crochets in the chart. After that, crochet 18 half double crochets. Continue to finish the remaining part of this round. After completing, join with a slip stitch. Pull tight. That's it. The 12th round is completed. Next, move on to the 13th round. First, complete the stitches before the parentheses in the chart. After that, repeat the stitches inside the parentheses twice. Start with 1 HDC2 tog, yarn over, then insert the hook into the front loops of the next 2 adjacent stitches. Now there are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, draw through all 3 loops on the hook. 1 HDC2 tog is completed. Next, work 2 more half double crochets. That's it. You have completed the stitches inside the parentheses. Next, for the second time, start with a HDC2 tog, yarn over, then insert the hook into the front loops of the next 2 stitches on the left side. Yarn over again, and draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, and draw through all the loops on the hook. Another HDC2 tog is completed. Then work 2 more half double crochets. The second part is completed. Everyone continue to finish the remaining part. After completing, join with the first stitch using a slip stitch. Pull tight. This way, round 13 is completed. For the remaining rounds, refer to the stitch patterns in the chart to complete them. When you have a few rounds left, add the stuffing and shaping wire inside. First, add a small amount of stuffing. Then cut 3 shaping wires to the corresponding length. Align and twist them together. Slightly bend one end. Insert the bent end into the tail. Then add more stuffing. Secure the shaping wire in the middle of the stuffing. Then complete the remaining rounds. Add stuffing as you crochet. Here, I'm just demonstrating the method for adding stuffing and shaping wire. When you crochet the last few rounds, add the stuffing then. After completing the final round, leave about 30 centimeters of yarn tail and fasten off. Next, attach the crocheted tail to the back of the body. Count upwards from the starting point at the legs. And position it in the middle of the 11th and 12th rounds. Insert the shaping wire at the slip stitch position. You can use a needle to enlarge the gap here first. Insert the shaping wire a bit further up. Then follow the stitches of the last round of the tail, sew it securely to the body part. Pay attention to not sewing it crooked. After sewing is complete, tie a knot and hide the yarn inside the body. This way, the tail is now completed. Next, we'll learn how to work the head. We will start from the chain ring and crochet in rounds counterclockwise. During the process, you need to change colors and add stuffing. After completion, sew it to the body. The new stitch techniques used include WSC 3-in-1. Please watch me demonstrate. First, chain 5. Then start the first round. Dow 2 means starting from the second chain from the hook. Insert the hook into the top half loop of the second chain from the hook. Work 1 single crochet. Next, pick the back loops of the adjacent 2 chains. Work 1 single crochet into each. After completing these, there will be one last chain remaining. Here, work 1 SC 3-in-1. That means work 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3. 1 SC 3-in-1 is completed. Next, rotate the fabric. You can see that on this side, there are 2 strands left at each chain position. Pick up the remaining 2 strands of the adjacent chains and crochet, which are the same insertion points for the single crochets on this side. Work 2 single crochets and 1 SC 2-in-1 in sequence. Note, do not insert into the same position, where you did the SC 3-in-1 at the top. After completing, check the stitch count. Then join with the first stitch using a slip stitch. Pull tight. This way, the first round is completed. For the following rounds from the 2nd to the 12th, refer to the stitch patterns in the table and crochet them accordingly. Now let's move on to the 13th round. This round requires a color change. We'll call the current yarn color 1. Use color 1 for the black text in the table. Use color 2 for the red text in the table. First, complete the single crochet with color 1. Since the next stitch is in color 2, when you finish the last stitch of color 1, you need to make an incomplete single crochet to change colors. Insert the hook, yarn over, draw the yarn through. This is the incomplete single crochet. Then take color 2. Hold the yarn with your left hand. Leave about 5 centimeters. Press it behind the fabric. Yarn over with the hook. Draw the yarn through with color 2. Pull tight both yarn tails. This way, you've completed the color change. Next, work 4 single crochets with color 2. Place the yarn tail above the hook and wrap it as you work the next 2 stitches below. Then release color 1. Similarly, you need to change colors when working the 4th stitch. First, work an incomplete single crochet. Then hold the yarn with your left hand using color 1. Yarn over and draw the yarn through. Don't pull the yarn tail too tight. Keep the fabric flat. Next, work 12 single crochets with color 1. Similarly, when working the first 2 stitches, wrap color 2. No more wrapping needed after that. Change colors at the 12th stitch position. Draw color 2 through. Keep the yarn tail flat. Then work 4 stitches with color 2. Similarly, wrap color 1 for the first 2 stitches. Change colors at the 4th stitch. When crocheting, always change colors when working the first 2 stitches. You need to wrap the other yarn tail. No wrapping needed for the rest of the positions. Everyone finish the remaining stitches in this round. After completing, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Pull tight. This way, round 13 is completed. The yarn tails on the wrong side can be cut from the middle. Continue crocheting round 14. First, complete the single crochets with color 1. Then switch to color 2 and pull through. Next, work 6 single crochets with color 2. Similarly, wrap the yarn tail when working the first 2 stitches. Then switch back to color 1. Work 10 single crochets. Continue to finish the remaining part of this round. After completing, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. This way, round 14 is completed. For the remaining rounds, the method for changing colors remains the same. When changing colors at a single crochet position, work the incomplete single crochet and then change colors. I'll demonstrate how to change colors at a SC2 in 1 position. When working the second single crochet, work the incomplete single crochet and then change colors. Now, I'll show you how to change colors at a SC2 tog position. Start by crocheting normally. Then, change colors when pulling the yarn through at the end. Refer to the chart and continue crocheting until you finish all the remaining rounds of the head. Pay attention to prevent the fabric from curling at the end. After completing each round, you can cut the line segment between the color changes in the middle. Cut the longer segments, but you can skip the shorter ones if they are too short. And as you crochet the last few rounds, you need to stuff the fiber fill inside. After completing the last round, leave about 5 centimeters of yarn and cut it. This way, the making method of the head is complete. Next, sew the completed head to the body section. Insert the sewing needle into the reserved yarn tail on the body. Place the head on top of the body. Insert the shaping wire into the head. Tuck the yarn tail from the head inside. Then pick up the stitches from the last round of the body and sew them to the approximate third to last round of the head, securing them in place. Make sure to adjust as you sew. Everyone, continue sewing this round. Check the front as you sew, and adjust if it starts to look crooked. After sewing is complete, hide the yarn tail by threading it through the body a few times. This way, the head is done. The main body is completed.